Okay, thank you all for coming. How are you? Thank you. Thank you for coming to our open group. We meet weekly and we just kind of go over some social skills and things like that. So I want to make sure you understand I'm Mrs. Williams, work in the group, and I work with Dr. Johnson, okay? So we're going to be kind of co-facilitating. Okay, so I always want to start off the group with rules and expectations. One of the expectations in the rule is we don't talk over each other and we use as much active listening as we can, okay? We also want to make sure that we're hearing other people, even if we disagree, we disagree respectively, okay? And respectfully, all right. Any questions?
No.
All right, okay, okay. So would you like to start off, Dr. Johnson, sharing some information?
You know, I would just add to what you said earlier in terms of speaking in I terms. We want to make sure that, you know, you use the I as a personal pronoun when you're talking about you and what's going on. And we also want you all to know this is a safe place. So what's said here stays here, and it's not to be repeated outside of this group. But I'm excited, just like Ms. Williams excited. I want to get to know you all and see if there's some opportunity for us to let you get it out. How about that?
Okay. All right, so we want to start with introductions. Okay, you know about us, both of us. We work in the field, work in the clinic here. Does anybody want to start with just giving us a name and the reason that they came?
Hi group, how you doing? My name is Andre. The reason I came to the group today is so I can learn new skills on how to channel some of the emotions and things that I'm dealing with. For others, I've been maintaining my sobriety from alcoholism and other drugs. And I'm a single father with children, and I see a lot of stigma that's placed on the black community. I worry about them. I worry about making sure they're safe, I'm safe. And sometimes it makes me feel like I might want to drink, but I know it's not the right thing to do. So when I feel myself slipping and having those thoughts, I got to reach out to group members and see ways that I can cope, learn how to deal with it.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So I heard you say you have some family issues that's going on. You also want to learn some new ways of coping. Mm-hmm. I also heard you say that, you know, you're concerned about slipping into drinking. Is alcohol an issue for you?
It was. It's been multiple years since I had a drink. I can say that I don't think about drinking, but every now and then, that thought will pop up in your head. But those bad times replay in my head and I push it away. I'm more so concerned about the safety of my children and the stigma that's placed on, you know, black men in our community. And sometimes, you know, the truth hurt. A lot of those stigmas and things that I hear are true.
Could you clarify what some of those truths are?
Well, say for instance about the whole YN word that's going around. And the way the young men dress nowadays with the hoodies and jogging suits and so-called poo shiesty masks. You know, so in a way I feel like our young men should be able to wear a hoodie or wear what they would like to wear. But based on past history, we see we've lost lives like that. But on the flip side of that, I too feel fear when I see a young man with a poo shiesty mask on and a black hoodie standing behind me when I'm at a gas station or somewhere paying for something.
Oh, really?
The thought go through my head like, is something about to happen to me? And it makes me fearful for my son's sake. When I see them leaving the house dressed in a jogging suit, not the poo shiesty mask, but dreadlocks, they fit the description a lot of times when it comes to the police officers and stuff like that.
Wow, that's a lot, and that's a lot that goes on. Thank you for sharing that you would have that's in your brain, in your mind, because you are experiencing some bias, but you also are
Feeling so.
Also are doing what?
Yeah, I'm seeing the feedback. I'm seeing why these things are being said.
But are you doing some bias yourself too?
Yes, and that's why I'm here, to learn how to deal with it.
Okay, thank you. Who's next?
Oh, hi everyone. My name is Margaret Palmer. I'm here because a lot of people, because of the cultural change, I'm not from here. I find out a lot of it's stressful. What I say, people take it the wrong way or the way I express, and there's been a lot of bias, even in school and out of school, and it's really eating up. And I keep going back to ask myself, what am I doing? Am I doing something? I go back to check. I'm doing everything right, but why is this? So I heard from a friend this group happened every day on this time, so I decided to come in. That's why I came in today.
Interesting. And how long have you been here?
A few years, couple of years.
And where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria. And what comes up, like when you said bias, like what comes up for you when you experience some biases? Like, can you give us some more kind of example?
Kind of like education-wise, you've been there. I've had the opportunity of having education in and out of several places where what I'm doing, it's kind of lower than what I have done. Then I'm back again. I had to break myself psychologically, mentally, physically to go back and start all over again. And you're in the space and you're always being what I mean by is you're not doing it. But come on, I've done this. And you're going back to say, okay, let me see, is this something I'm doing? So you like, what is going on? Okay. So most times you like to unlearn yourself and relearn. And when you relearn, they say what you relearn, it's not the same. So, okay, what's going on? So it's kind of too much, stressful, mentally, psychologically, it's not sitting. So when I heard about this group, I decided to come.
Well, we're so happy that you came, and thank you for sharing your experiences regarding some of the cultural, what I'm hearing, and you can correct me, but it sounds like you're having some challenges adapting to this culture.
I actually would not say adapting to it, because you know how you learn, and okay, this is how it is, you learn it, and you're doing the same thing that they said, this is what the culture is. And now they are saying this is not what it is. So I don't even know what to come and learn again.
Okay. Thank you. What did you have to unlearn?
A lot, where I'm coming from and how here is to different place, and how perspectives are different, and how words are being used differently from what you know. I remember one of my classes I was having, where I learned. I know that if you type in capital letters, it's need attention. But now the other person say you're shouting, but the person never told me this is what it means that you're shouting. I always saw where the person was always saying you're shouting. I'm like, I never shouted at you. I recognize you're my professor, and I never did that. Oh, but that's what I heard. So I sat down one day in one of my classes, and I was talking to somebody, and my professor now said something, and she was teaching. I said, please, professor, I want to find out something. Somebody said something, and she was like, you don't? I said, no, I don't. I've never screamed, or I talk softly, so I don't know where this is. She was like, okay, let's see how you write. You're good in writing, but... So one day in that class, she gave us something to write on, and I sent her a message, and she got back to me to say, I see where the issue is. This is attention, but this is called shouting. So I went back to say, okay, this is what I found, that this was a cultural shock for me, because I've been discovering a lot of cultural shocks. So I said, this is what it is. If this has offended you, I'm sorry, because this was not how I know it. But it would have been nice enough if he would have said, this is where the issue was, you know what I mean? And that would have been able to take me out of the stress being psychologically, mentally stressed out every day. I push. It's like I'm giving all. I don't know what to give again. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a lot. So to go back over what I heard you say, you had to have a conversation with different people, and you had to sit back and you had to go back and think about your behavior with other professors, and you had to ask some questions to gather information, and it made you kind of reflect back on what you could be doing differently and what you learned about the culture, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, who's next? Your name?
My name is Shanette, and I'm a recovering addict. I was in the culinary field, and we did a lot of partying in that field. So now I want to change my life.
Speak up a little bit.
Change my life and go into a different profession. And, surround myself with different people. Not partying all the time, not hanging out. Just watch my surroundings and who I hang with to get my life back on track. And just change a career. Change my career, and I just needed some guidance to try to help me go through where I'm trying to reach. So if I can get that from coming to this group, I would be very much appreciative.
Wow. Well, thank you for disclosing you being a recovering person. And from what I hear, you're looking to try to kind of reinvent yourself. You're looking for some support and direction on possibly some new paths that you can travel down as far as new career opportunities. And I think you have an opportunity to learn a lot here about different opportunities.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
Hi, I'm Tasha, and I have been diagnosed with being bipolar, and I can understand what bipolar means. As long as I take my medicine, I'm fine, but when I don't take my medicine, I can actually see that bipolar means bipolar. So I just need some guidance on how to deal with it.
Okay, that's a lot to unpack. Thank you for sharing. That was kind of personal. And on our first group, you chose to share something very personal. So hopefully we made you feel safe.
I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So what I want to clarify and make sure I understand is that some of your behaviors are normal to you. And then sometimes you're learning that they are really indicative of a diagnosis.
Absolutely.
Did you have a problem with accepting it initially?
Not accepting it, but just not knowing what it meant until, you start going through your different phases and understand, oh, this is what bipolar means. It means you're here now and you're there later, and you're here now and you're there later. So yeah, that's what it means, bipolar.
Okay. Well, thank you all for sharing. So as we get ready to proceed, Dr. Johnson, what do you want them to, what do you think they should do next? What are you hearing that would be a good overall,
I think maybe a little psychoeducation around coping skills. I think that was kind of universal. Listening to Andre talk about some of how he's been, processing his own children. Thinking about Tasha as relates to some of the challenges she's had in terms of coping, and the cultural challenges in terms of moving from another country. These are some of the universal things I'm seeing. As we'll do some psychoeducation around coping skills. As perhaps the next group session. But I would want to know, what do you all feel? How do you feel about that as group members? Do you think that'll be a good conversation that can perhaps help meet you where you are?
Absolutely.
Really? Yes. Tell me why, Andre.
The reason why I know fact that it'll be a great skill that we can use in a great group is because just from this group alone, being felt like I'm being heard. What the counselor said to me about I have my own biases about those type of, individuals that I may see dressed like that.
Right.
I never looked at it like that I judged them the same way as other people do. Because when I hear somebody else say it, I had tended to get offended and I personalized it because I was looking at them talking about my sons.
Okay.
But I saw that I was doing the exact same thing that they was doing to somebody else's son.
Okay.
So I know by being educated more on that and how to deal with that would not only be beneficial to me, but I can also apply it to help, teach my sons and raise their awareness of it as well.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's do it in 2 words. This next one.
Yeah.
Psychoeducation, more information to help me out, to direct me in the path that I would like to go on.
Okay.
Right on.
Margaret?
Yeah, so for me, yes, it will help me being here, sitting here, and me be able to express myself. I feel lighter, and it's going to make me understand and learn more about this culture better than what I have, and not see the biasness, but just see the good side of everything.
Dustin, did you feel comfortable? Did we make you feel comfortable?
Yes, please.
Okay. And Tasha?
Yes, I think it'll most definitely help me deal with the coping skills of dealing with the diagnosis that can be devastating, and give me the skills to work with it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll prepare for that next week, and then we'll prepare to come up with a plan for each of you all, and then a group plan too as well. So thank you for your time, and thank you for allowing us to have this introduction group with you. Would you like to add anything?
Well, I think you did an exceptional job.
You too.
Really clarifying everything for each individual, and I think that helped to attribute to the buy-in, the listening, as Andre said. It helped him feel like it was a safe space. So I want to thank you for just being a dynamic facilitator, Ms. Williams.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Okay. Well, we'll get together next week. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Adios.
Peace.